I'm Rick, and that's Crystal, who's very busy, and this is the Rick and Crystal Show. Welcome. It's great to see you. We got a lot to talk about tonight, and we can't wait to get to it right now. This is an exciting show we have for you.
Oh, sorry.
You better up. We've got a show going on here.
Yes, I put it up.
Okay. What do you want to say? Hi to everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Hi. It's the Rick and Crystal Show.
And I'm Crystal.
Huh? Thanks. This was going to be our Friday show. We would have filmed it yesterday, but we didn't, so we're doing it now. So it'll be our Saturday show. Thank you again. Thank you. See, we don't do a show. They appreciate us. That's why we love a studio audience, and we love our YouTube audience.
Love them.
Yeah,
absolutely
love
them.
The studio audience. And everybody must get their second COVID shot. That's
I did. I got mine today.
That's what it is. We just got done watching a movie on Hulu. It was called Songbird. It's about COVID-23 in the future. It's about like the COVID would last for 4 years. You know what it looked like. What it looked like in lockdown, and it was to me, there was a lot of stupid romantic stuff in there that was kind of boring, but
I liked the romantic.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So I made him sit through them.
Yeah, but it's pretty neat. You know, there's a few people that were immune from it. Most people got it. It had almost a 60% mortality rate. You know, you were going to die, and it is just wild. You know, it could be the future with some of this stuff. So we started talking about prophecy, and I love watching that. And reading about prophecy, and it just got us talking about that stuff. What's going to happen this year and what's going to happen next year. But anyway, right now, this week I've been working on the grill we bought, trying to get it to work properly. But that's my only downside. The rest of it's been pretty positive. We've been gardening outside and taking the dogs out there. We got her those tiki torches planted and around the patio, so that's cute. Everything. Let's see. Can't think of anything. We made dinner. Just hanging out, So far, kid-free right now, so drama-free, right?
Yeah. Kid-free equals drama-free.
I just wanted to touch on this. It's I noticed this in the news. You always notice when they do those UFO stories over the decades. They laugh and joke about it, and Farmer Bob saw something in the sky. And they're leaking. With the internet, the last 30 years, they're leaking more of this stuff. About close encounters by the Navy and airmen and footage, and they're supposed to release a bunch of classified stuff this summer. But I just wanted to talk to you about that. It goes back, and we're unapologetic Christians, but it goes back to Ezekiel, which is pretty cool. You talk about UFOs. Just listen to this. This is the book of Ezekiel, the Old Testament. Now, it came about in the 30th year on the 5th day of the 4th month. This is Ezekiel talking. While I was by the river Chebar among the exiles, the heavens were open, and I saw visions of God. On the 5th of the month, in the 5th year of King Jehoiachin's exile, the word of the Lord came expressly to Ezekiel the priest. As I looked, behold, a storm wind was coming from the north, a great cloud with fire flashing forth continually, and a bright light around it, and in its midst something like glowing metal in the midst of a fire. Within it there were figures resembling 4 living beings. This was their appearance. They had human form. And he goes on to describe this stuff. And it's just wild. And now as I looked at, this is chapter 1, verse 15. Now as I looked at the living beings, behold, there was one wheel on the earth beside the living beings for each of the 4 of them. The appearance of the wheels and their workmanship was like sparkling beryl, and all 4 of them had the same form. Their appearance and workmanship being as if one wheel within another. Whenever they moved in any of the 4 directions without turning as they moved. I mean, this is just wild, I mean, you talk about UFOs. Hello, Ezekiel. I don't think he's talking about UFOs as a lot of people think, from other civilization. I think this is a full-blown spiritual thing manifested and in the physical world. I think this is God, a chariot. You have to look at it like this. You have to look at us, how we raise kids, like 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds. You don't tell them everything you know. You tell them what they can understand. Don't touch the stove. It's hot. And usually when they touch it, they learn that it's hot. And then, other stories. But I think God was showing Ezekiel what his mind could understand, And he wrote it down how he could understand. And in the book of Revelation, it talks about just crazy stuff, I guess what I'm getting at is I think these UFOs, these sightings, I think, what do they call it? Interdimensional. I think they're interdimensional. I think they're not from another planet. They're not from another galaxy. I think they're almost like demonic. They're, just say fallen angels, appearing like grays or whatever. I don't know, I know this. The other side, the world that's not like this is wild. I think when we die or go there, it's just going to blow our mind. I think those spirits are just everywhere. Everywhere, influencing everything. But we got that Chuck Missler DVD set on the Book of Revelations. We're going to start watching it tomorrow. We each got a workbook, and it's a big thick thing. Like a lot of DVDs. But it's exciting. It's a verse by verse commentary on the Book of Revelation.
I had a dream yesterday.
Yes, go ahead.
I really don't remember the whole dream, but I remember parts of it, and I was angry at a person, and God knew it, because God knows everything, even, what you don't say. And in this dream, I was told to, when I woke up, I was told to pray about what I was angry about and let the stuff go. And that's what I did.
Yeah, I told her, I said, that's, God speaking to her, or angel, or something, but they call that a fruit of the Spirit, like when you become a Christian, when you study and pray as you grow. Like if you had a job, you'd grow and get better. A fruit, one of the gifts of doing that, growing as a Christian, is you have understanding. You have more patience. You're more forgiving. There's a long list of attributes of being a Christian, and that's our goal.
Always the goal.
Yeah. We noticed with the president, he's having more trouble with Russia, and of course China and Iran, et cetera.
Though, I seen a news conference with him today with the Japan leader, and it was frustrating because I had no idea what the Japan leader was saying, because there was nobody translating. There was nothing on the screen.
That's usually the prime minister of Japan. We had a couple of jokers. I remember when Bush was in office, they had this one. I think he was about to retire, but he was really into Elvis. He loved Elvis. This Japanese prime minister, or whoever ran, the head of the country.
Right.
It was just wild. He's into Elvis.
So, that's so neat.
Well, this is a different one, but yeah, Japan's one of our friends. They're our allies, China's the big monster, Yeah.
It would have just been neat to see what he was saying, or, interesting, or, informative at least.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the translators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, on YouTube, I have seen the coolest stuff on YouTube, like, when those foreign leaders meet, like, every year at a certain place.
Yeah.
It shows the security, and the cars drive up, and all these guards open the door, and there's no one around them, nobody.
Those are so cool.
Yeah, and you see all the power, all these leaders, it's just, wow, But I guess the point we're trying to make before we run out of time, we got a little time left, but before we run out of time is, Crystal and I are Christians, and that doesn't mean we're some odd person. It just means the truth to us is that there's another world that we don't see, and God has created it all, and we have sin, and Christ washes our sin away. He doesn't cover it like in the Old Testament. He used to cover sin. Now he washed it away, and he told his apostles in the New Testament, Jesus did, that these times are going to come, And the last book of the Bible is written by John, one of his apostles, I guess the last one alive at the time. But he loved John, the apostle, and he wrote the book of Revelation. That was the last book in the New Testament.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about the end times. And the Revelation, it talks about the 7 churches, and then it's a revelation of Christ, about Jesus Christ is what it is. But it tells us, what's going to happen. It's horrific, So I guess our advice is, you never know what's going to happen when you step out the door. You never know when you're going to pass away in an accident. It's going to happen to all of us.
And we're all sinners. We may think we're not, but we are.
Yeah.
I'm a sinner.
Oh, yeah.
I've made so many mistakes.
She really is. She has. Yeah, I can attest to all the mistakes and sins. I myself, I'm like Paul. I'm the worst sinner. I've probably done every sin in the book except murder and all that stuff, right? But I've done enough sins.
Yeah.
And we're like everybody else. We're trying to follow the path of God. We're trying to follow the truth, and we believe that's the truth. God, the Creator, and we believe we're living in dangerous times, prophetic times.
It's so scary because one of our son's pastors just passed away from COVID.
Yeah.
Which is very sad, and it was kind of sudden, and he was older, but it's still unexpected from something like that.
Yeah, and we've lost loved ones like the audience has and everything, and it's tough, You just don't know, you don't understand how fragile life is, how delicate it is. I mean, you see somebody and the next day they're gone, but we don't want to leave on a note like that.
No.
That's the good thing, you gotta let, if you're young enough to, I keep harping on this, if you're young enough to remember the Matrix with Keanu Reeves, that's what this is. It's real to us, but it's not real. It's constructed for us. But the real stuff's out there. So just think about that when you go through life. Why are you here? What is your meaning, Do you mean something? Do you have a spirit inside you? We believe you do, and you're here for a reason, You are here for a reason.
Yeah,
you're not a mistake.
We're all here for a reason.
There's no mistakes, But we're going to wrap it up, everybody. It's been a great show. This is our new set back here. It's the princess set. Coffee lot.
I love this set.
Yeah, we all love it. It's great. I think we covered probably 60% of what we wanted to. But, we don't like the audience now. Are you happy that the show's over? It's the same old audience. I knew it. I knew the same old audience. Well, we want to say, hey, love all our kids and love our subscribers. Boys. Sylvia, see you later. And anybody else you think of?
Mom, Dad, Aunt, brother.
What are those 2 old ladies called? Kathy and who else? We're running out of time. Kathy, what's the other one?
Madeline.
No, the other one. What's the other lady? The one she always goes and visits.
Hazel. Hi, Hazel.
Hi, Hazel. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Madeline.